Today we are going to be talking about more arbitrage. This time it is going to be easy prediction market arbitrage between Polymarket and Limitless exchange, both prediction markets. If you want to trade directional Polymarket, I'd highly recommend getting my course in the description below. If you're interested in arbitrage, then listen to this one. First thing I want to cover, there are a lot of prediction markets, but there's only really three that I use. And that's Kalshi, Polymarket, and Limitless, and all three are tracked here on polymarketanalytics.com. Now, a lot of people can't trade on Kalshi because it is Americans only. However, pretty much anyone outside of the United States can do this arbitrage between Polymarket and Limitless. So the first thing that I want to show you guys this, as you can see different prices for a lot of these. These are the Polymarket prices. These are the Limitless prices, but let's actually head over to Limitless itself. And I want to cover just a few arbs and then just show you overall really, I think, ways to take advantage of these prices. First thing I want to ask you is a bit of a quiz question. You will have to decide within 10 seconds, is there an arbitrage? Try not to pause. I'm just curious if you can go fast enough. This is the same thing. Now, do you think that there is an arbitrage between any of these two markets? I will reveal the answer in about 10 seconds. But you can see it here. And you can see it here. Answer in 3, 2, 1. There is an arbitrage of XAI by buying no at 96.5. And then at the same, you can see that right here. And then also at the same time, buying yes on XAI here at 3.2. That's an arbitrage already. Yeah. There are so many different arbitrages you can take on this exchange too. That's just like a quick one. Buying at 3.2 here and buying at 96.5 is a very clear arbitrage, but not much. Another one that's even better, it might have changed, is this one. And this one's giving away definitely a decent amount of alpha. Bitcoin above 103,000 on June 20. You can buy at 64. This one expires in 23 hours, as you can see. This one also expires in 23 hours. It's the same market. Completely inefficient pricing that you can take advantage of. You can buy at 32 here and for no, and you can buy yes at 64, locking in a 6% excess arbitrage immediately. Yeah. Now it's at 65, but still, if you buy at 65, 60, it was 64 before. If you buy at 64 there and then also buy at 32 here, that's not a 6% arb. That would be a 4% risk-free profit. As you can see, there is so much arbitrage potential here, really all over the place. So if you're interested in arbitrage, I think that the best way to go about it, you can go here to look for it. But what I found to be the easiest way, because there aren't really any external trackers unless you write one yourself, is you go to markets. And the most mispriced ones are going to be crypto and stocks. These ones are just very, 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 very mispriced. All of them are. And a lot of them just trade the same way that Polymarket does, just less efficiently. So you can just snipe really wherever you want. It's been pretty good. They also have a lot of non-arbitrageable markets that you can take advantage of too. If you look at the ending soon, you're going to see a bunch of different like indexes and a bunch of different plays that you can take on crypto and on stocks as well. For a lot of these, as you can see. When it comes to stocks, if you are very good at trading stocks, there's a lot of really good ways you can snipe value for yes or no with a lot of these. But I would say the main arbitrage, the one I just showed you, is probably the best. But yeah, you can see a lot of these markets are just very easy to arbitrage. At the same time, guys, not only do you earn arbitrage profit, they also, just like Polymarket, offer liquidity pool rewards as well. So the market I just showed you of Bitcoin above 103,000, that one you can just buy rewards. So how do we use Limitless to be profitable? One, sniping whenever it has mispriced prices. That's just the simple way. Like if it's during a sports game and you can snipe, I don't know, will the Oklahoma City Thunder win the NBA? That would be easy. Or maybe better would be just arbitrage, like the one I showed you before. There are so many arbitrages here that if you really look at any of these markets, you're going to find an arbitrage, really. And it really just comes down to your creativity to try to find these right markets. Again, the markets that fluctuate the most constantly are just going to be the best for arbitrage, because that's kind of how arbitrage of course, is created. Now, if we go to Ethereum above 2.5K on June 20th, I can look up the same thing. Yep, see, it's right here. And it's right here. So how would we trade this? Well, we can't really because it doesn't look like there's any orders, as you can see. But, you know, when the date comes along, we can just snipe this value if we want to. So there isn't a lot of great liquidity here. But the good news about this is all the arbitrage you can do, you can snipe basically on Limitless. It's all very, very mispriced. So you can basically just snipe good value no matter what. When it comes to sports or when it comes to crypto, really any of this. The only issue is a lot of these aren't going to have a lot of liquidity. I mean, this one actually does have more. The Solana, what is it? Solana, like above 144. Perfect. Same market right here. Easy. So you can see we can buy, you know, 40, 43, 47. With Polymarket, by the way, you can probably put limit orders in between these and probably get filled anyway, if you're curious. But yeah, you could buy no here. Buying no at 56, you'd have to buy lower than 44 to make profit. So yeah, not every market is going to have arbitrage that's as easy as like this, you know, because this is just like severely mispriced, right? This is just very, very severely mispriced. So yeah, that is about going to do it for looking for arbitrage. If you can trade on Polymarket and Limitless, I would say you could either, well, I hope you don't write a bot to do this, but you could write a bot just to snipe same market, just snipe arbitrage all day. Or you can also do it manually. You can do it manually by basically what you're trying to do with this kind of arb is you need to look for markets that are going to fluctuate a ton. Sports markets during a game are going to fluctuate like crazy. Crypto option markets are going to fluctuate like crazy every second because prices are always changing. Just like, you know, this one right here is always going to be changing. And if this one's not changing at the same time, we can snipe that value and buy it like 63 and buy it 64 on the other and make free money, right? Anything that's going to fluctuate a lot is really just going to be very, very good for you. Now, if you like F1, there's plenty of arbitrage here as well. Finally, I did find a website where you can actually track arbitrage between them. But the last thing that I want to say is that this website, it's not really the most accurate with its prices. So it says here, like, you know, you can buy no for Ripple ETF at 7.6 and buy yes at 90%. So these are a little bit lagged, so you do have to know that. But this is also a site that's going to give you the arbitrage between Limitless and Polymarket. But again, it might be on a bit of a lag. With that, hopefully you have found limitless ways to make arbitrage profit. Just open up a new venue for you to make money in ways that you might not have thought possible. Happy trading to everybody, and get arbing.